On this week's show, Lady Flame Lacrosse seeks an ASUN title on its home turf. And we share the story of why family kept Flames pitcher Ben Blair close to home.
Plus, we celebrate Mother's Day with a feature on head field hockey coach Nikki Parsley-Blocker and her adorable new addition. You're watching Flame Central. The weather is so nice, we may never go back in studio. Hey friends, and welcome to Flame Central. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Emily, he's Matt, and we have an exciting show ahead.
Yeah, there's a nice balance, nice variety for you this week. We celebrate Mother's Day with a sweet feature that'll make you aww. And then we play a little hacky sack with Liberty softball.
That's right, but we start with a big event happening on campus this week. No, not commencement, even though that's creating quite the buzz. It's the ASUN Women's Lacrosse Conference Championship. The Lady Flames are thrilled to host the tournament, but more importantly, they want to win it. Liberty entered as the #2 seed and took care of business in its first game, beating Lindenwood 17-12. That victory secured a spot for the Lady Flames in the ASUN Championship game against, you would expect it to be Jacksonville, but the Lady Dolphins were upset by Coastal Carolina, a team the Lady Flames had already beaten earlier this season, and they did it again when it mattered most, taking down Coastal 14-8. ASUN Midfielder of the Year and Tournament MVP Katie Colavito netted 8 goals in the win. Tavo Reinertson scored 4, surpassing the single-season program record. She now has 54 on the year. The Lady Flames are ASUN champions and will advance to the NCAA tournament for the first time in program history. And on Sunday, the celebration continued as Liberty held a watch party for the selection show, where the Lady Flames found out they'll face #8 Johns Hopkins in the first round. This will be the first ever meeting between these two teams. Such an exciting, historic moment for this program. And in her 12th year as Liberty's head coach, Kelly Nangle is taking her team to the NCAA tournament.
It was really special. I mean, to get to do it at home for the first time is just like, it's an unbelievable feeling. And I'm just so excited for the girls. I've been telling them for years, I just want them to get to experience what it feels like to win and to get the trophy and to celebrate. And we got to do all that, and just a huge blessing.
I mean, it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I mean, ever since the program started, this has been our goal every year, and so to finally get there, and it almost doesn't feel real, but it's super exciting.
Wearing our Liberty jerseys just means so much more than just what we represent individually. We're representing Jesus and our university and what it all stands for, and so I feel like it's really cool just after 4 years to really make it count on the national level.
Well, we're coming down the home stretch of the college baseball season. In fact, there's only about a week left before the Conference USA Championship begins. And oh yeah, it's right here at Liberty University. But before we get to all that, the Flames hosted Commonwealth rival Virginia Tech on Wednesday. The Flames beat the Hokies in Blacksburg a little more than a week ago, and they would do the same in Lynchburg. A 6-run first inning for the Flames set the tone with Tucker Moore delivering a 3-run home run. With the victory, Liberty has 7 wins this season over ACC foes and have now swept Virginia Tech in a season series for the first time since 2019.
Well, if you're looking for the stud in Liberty's pitching rotation, look no further than Ben Blair. Just a few weeks ago, the righty was named to the National Pitcher of the Year watch list. He could have gone anywhere, but it was family and familiarity that kept the local kid close to home.
I'm from Gretna, Virginia. It's a pretty small town, about 40 minutes south of Lynchburg. Grew up there, went to Gretna Elementary School there, Gretna Middle School there. My dad's from Gretna, his family's from Gretna. That part of Virginia I just love. I think it's beautiful. Going fishing, hunting around there, it's my favorite place. My dad definitely got me into fishing when I was younger, and I was hooked.
You guys around that pipe yet, Benjamin? You know there's usually one around that pipe.
I'm working my way down there.
All right.
I had one.
The mountains of Central Virginia have always been home for Ben Blair. His dad, Stephen, would teach his son to hunt and fish.
Got one. Attaboy, attaboy. Who'd you get?
that's a good one. I could not catch a fish, and I could be perfectly fine fishing. It's just more about being out in nature for me. Nothing else matters when I'm out there. I kind of try to stay off my phone. It's just me and God's creation when I'm out there.
And eventually, he would also teach him about America's favorite pastime.
Benjamin's always been an athlete. He's always loved sports, any kind of sport, baseball, basketball, football, it didn't matter, as long as it was a sport. He asked me to teach him how to pitch. We would go to a little hill in the yard and then use a stick like a rubber and make a plate out of sticks, and we would work on it from there. He would throw it for me while I squatted down and got a lot of bruises.
We knew that he always liked baseball, but in middle school, he had told us one day, just out of the blue, he said, "I want to play college baseball." And we were like, oh, okay. So we just tried to put him in situations to give him opportunities to help him achieve his dreams, not knowing that if it would ever really, happen.
His dream would become a reality. And when deciding on where to play college baseball, Ben would make that decision with his two biggest fans in mind.
And the starting pitcher for your Flames this afternoon, number 16, Ben Blair.
My parents being at every game is a big factor. So I'll look up in the stands and my dad will be up there sitting, and it's just great. And if I went to a school maybe 1,000 miles away, I don't know if I'd get to see him every weekend like I do now, and it's great to have him here.
The 1-2 from Blair. Strike three call, take a seat.
They deserve it because they did so much for me, growing up, driving me all over, taking me to travel ball and stuff. They deserve to get to see me play my college baseball, and it makes it a lot easier just being here. They can just come to the games whenever they want, just like I was still in high school, just like Little League almost. Whenever I'm pitching, I feel like I'm at home, like what I'm supposed to be doing. It feels like it's what God intended for me to do.
Strike three call, got him looking, 94-mile-an-hour heater.
I feel like I was born to be a pitcher.
While Ben is mostly cool, calm, and collected on the mound, in the stands, it's a different story.
All right, come on now. Don't lose it. Let's go.
Bases full, 2 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Blair trying to put him away here.
All right, let's go. One more pitch.
Got him swinging. Strikeout ends the inning.
Boy. Go. It's great to watch him pitch, to watch him at Liberty pitch. I do get nervous. I can't sit down and I pace, and I'm nervous from pitch 1 to the last pitch. And I'm glad when it's over with, but I can't wait till it happens again.
Ben Blair's day is done after 7 innings of 2-run ball, 3 hits allowed, 2 walks, career high tying 11 strikeouts today. He was masterful.
While getting to see their son's success on the mound is rewarding, it's his perspective on the game and on life that brings them the most pride.
Being good at what he does is wonderful, but it's most rewarding to see the man that he's becoming and his faith in the Lord. That means more to me than any of his stat lines.
I never really feel any pressure, when I'm pitching. I'll get nervous, but I know my identity's in Christ, and that's the most important thing. And I'm not going to be a pitcher in heaven, so heaven's the most important thing. My relationship with Jesus is the most important thing, so that's all that matters.
Hey, Ben Blair, break us down, baby.
He's on 3, 1, 2, 3, play. I'm still overwhelmed at the man he's become, the size. He's a big boy. He's bigger than I am, and he's a man. But then when it's over with, and I talk to him and congratulate him, get that hug. He's still the little 5-year-old boy that we would run around and play t-ball and wiffle ball and all those things.
Good job, Ben.
Ben Blair is a stud on the mound and a great kid as well. Thanks to Donald Scott for producing that piece. All right, let's turn to softball now. Not sure if you're aware, but the Lady Flames did some things during the regular season this year. Next week, we'll get you caught up on all the Conference USA tournament action. But for now, let's enjoy what Dot Richardson and the gang accomplished. The Lady Flames tied a program record with 44 wins this season and set a CUSA record with 23 conference wins. And when you do that, you get rewarded with individual accolades. In this case, all of them. Rachel Roop named CUSA Player of the Year after the best season of her career. Elena Escobar named CUSA Pitcher of the Year. Savannah Watley named CUSA Newcomer of the Year as the Oregon State transfer hit .354 this season. And of course, Dot Richardson named CUSA Coach of the Year. It's her 5th Coach of the Year award. In addition to all that, Liberty put 9 players on all conference teams. It's a year that will be remembered for a long, long time.
If you think this softball program has gained all of this success and continues to hit these historic milestones on the diamond by coming to the field with a business-only approach, you're crazy. Yes, this team is serious about competing and winning. However, that doesn't mean the Lady Flames don't have fun. Just look at part of their pregame routine.
If you go to a Liberty softball game and get there early enough, you just might catch the game before the game.
It was originally hacky sack, but like once you're professionals like us, now you just call it hacky or hack.
Call it whatever you like, but hacky sack has become a pregame tradition for the Lady Flames.
Honestly, it kind of is a softball thing.
It is becoming something that's growing within Division I softball.
So hacky sack is a super simple game.
You're just trying to get every person in the circle to hit the little ball with your foot.
We just try to kick it around and try not to let it touch the ground. And our ultimate goal is to hacky, which means that every single person in the circle has to touch the ball, and then we'll just celebrate. That's the ultimate goal.
And it's a good way to stay loose before taking the field to play their real sport.
It helps me relax more, if anything. Like, I'm able to get loose within the game and not think so much on the softball part. It's already hard enough playing softball. It's a lot of mental stuff, so being able to think of something different before the game helps.
It just relieves some anxiety, and it gets them all together, and it gets them an opportunity to just focus on one little thing, the hacky sack.
And while it's all about having some fun, it's also not.
It gets kind of competitive.
Very competitive, and then you start yelling at each other.
Ah, you could have gotten that. No, you gotta do this and this. And I think it's funny that we're so into it in that way because it's just hacky sack. It doesn't matter if I kick it well or not.
It's a good competitiveness between everybody.
While the impact that hacky sack has on the game itself may be debated,
as long as we can get a hack before the game, that's how you know if the game's gonna go good or not.
one thing we know, it's here to stay for the Lady Flames.
Whatever it takes to help them reach their full potential, to be present, to be prepared, to see the ball into their glove and see the ball off the bat and have fun doing it, I'm all for it. And maybe hacky sack is the answer.
Hard-hitting journalism, that's what we do here. Not sure if Ike Joy plays hacky sack or not, but I do know he'll be playing golf in next week's NCAA Regional right down the road in Amherst, Virginia, as Liberty is the host of this regional at Poplar Grove Golf Club. While the Liberty team didn't make the postseason, Joy made the event as an individual, just the 4th player in Flames history to ever accomplish that. The tournament will begin on Monday and run through Wednesday. We have to take a break, but when we come back, we honor a special mom and meet one of the newest additions to the Liberty Field Hockey family.
And we'll take it back to 2017 for a Flames flashback with Lady Flames softball when Flames Central returns.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
So you're looking for a university that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
Somewhere you can hike, slide, climb, and most importantly, eat. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
Welcome back to the show, and happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms out there. This is such an important holiday to reflect on how much a mother can do and take on all at once. A perfect example of that is Nikki Parsley Blocker, who is juggling the role of being a new mom and being Liberty's head field hockey coach. For any Division I coach, the demands are relentless. But for Nikki Parsley Blocker, her job as the Liberty field hockey head coach isn't her only responsibility. In the last year, she's added a new title, Mom. She's found that being a mother to baby Hugo has given her a different perspective.
You have to be willing to sacrifice a lot of yourself for somebody else. I think before I had kids, I really thought that like by sacrificing some of yourself, that it was gonna drain a lot of your energy, but it's crazy. And I think it's like the way God made it, like even it says in the word that he didn't come to be served, but to serve. So like the lie is that, okay, by going and serving, right, this little kid that has to rely on you for literally everything right now, that it's gonna take away a lot from you. But okay, outside of the exhaustion at the beginning when you're not sleeping, I have found that it really, and he brings a lot more life, more joy, more energy to what we're doing.
Get on your face and make something happen because the goalkeeper...
Nikki always knew she wanted to be a coach, but being a mom, that wasn't always part of the plan.
When Nikki and I first started dating, I remember her saying to me,
if you want to have kids, we should not be dating because I'm not having kids.
We weren't sure if we ever wanted to have a kid, and like kind of knew that we might, but at the same time, like, we're like, God, if you want us to have a baby, like put it on our hearts. And so like the miracle started with that, with those answers to those prayers.
So it's something that over the last couple years, I just in prayer asking Lord, like, what do you want to do with my life? And at the end of it, if he wanted us to bring a child into this world and that was his plan for us, then just started slowly surrendering that to him.
When it comes to baby Hugo, teamwork is the key.
One of the things that Nikki and I know is that we wanted to have the ability to impact him daily. And we want to do life as a family of 3. We get to have influence over the things he sees, the things he hears, the things he does. So I definitely wouldn't trade that for the world.
Hugh is the hero in this regard. He gets up with the baby first.
Hugo wakes up somewhere around between 7 and 8 o'clock.
And then I'll meet them downstairs shortly thereafter. That's time that I'm spending with my family before I'm on the clock, you know, per se. And then when I'm at work, similar thing of I'm at work, I'm doing my job. So I think that just putting things in place that allow you to be fully present where you're at. you know, I think is really important for this job.
And as for the job of leading one of the premier field hockey programs in the country, Nikki believes that being a mom has actually made her a better coach.
Having a kid has changed my relationship with the girls. Becoming a mom has made me more patient and has given me more perspective to be able to walk through whatever it is that they're walking through. I think that's the biggest way it's impacted things. With God, it says everything is possible. So why would I limit being able to be a successful coach to, oh, well, you can't do that if you have a kid? I think that you can, and if God is calling you to do that and he gives you a child and he's calling you to be in a high-performing job, then those things aren't mutually exclusive. You can do both of those things because I think by the power of the Holy Spirit, he can empower us to do hard things.
We need to take one final timeout, but after the break, we go back in time for a Flames flashback with Liberty softball. Don't go anywhere. There's more Flame Central next.
So our daughter Bella did LUOA and she absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and all our kids, it was a little bit different how they did school because when they were in school, Duck Dynasty was going on.
For Bella, it worked out for us to just kind of go all the way homeschool, which that flexibility of being able to do school online and travel with us when she wanted to travel was just a really great blessing. And that's a great thing that LUOA offers is you can kind of move at your own pace, move faster if you need to.
So yeah, that certainly matched up for her.
Flexibility was
for sure
a key. So to be able to have LUOA to like guide her and have actual real life teachers and a whole framework set up was really, really helpful. I would say doing the online academy really prepared Bella for college. It actually, you know, it's a lot of hard work, but the teachers are so great at helping you through it, helping you kind of through that learning curve. And I definitely feel like it really prepared her for what was to come for a college career.
At Liberty University, we understand life can be unpredictable, and when you need a resilient career, your education should withstand any test. So we've made sure the degree you need is within reach by freezing one of the lowest tuition rates in the nation for 8 years and counting, and giving scholarships, discounts, and credit for work you've already done. Because we're proud of what you do. We've done this for over 30 years, and we know how to help. We're here to help you.
Welcome back to Flame Central. You know, earlier in the show, we talked about the dominance of Liberty softball this season, but we can't celebrate the current without remembering the past.
You're right. That's so true, Matt, which means it's time for a Flames flashback with the focus in the circle when the Lady Flames went on a dominant stretch behind the arm of Julia DiMartino.
April of 2017, Liberty softball on a roll.
Again, Liberty shutting out its opponent. That's 4 straight.
11 games, 9 of them shutouts. 72 innings pitched, 70 goose eggs for the opposition. Leading the way was Julia DiMartino, a pitcher who could be nearly untouchable.
She was in the top 8 as a pitcher throughout the nation.
2-2 inside corner.
Julia's effectiveness was a rise ball.
3-2 struck her out. Number 11 of the day for Julia DiMartino.
It's just amazing how the hitters, the opponents would swing at this ball, and she struck out so many.
8 strikeouts, 2 in every inning so far for Julia DiMartino.
She studied the game. She studied hitters. Which hitters are going to hurt me, right? Which are not. And she would attack both of those scenarios in an awesome way. It's exciting for me to see a player who's got that competitive edge, you know, that ruthless competitor that is focused and determined to be great.
Julia DiMartino, 3 outs away from another shutout.
When she's on the mound, it was one of those things that you knew the other team wasn't going to score, and if they did, it wasn't going to be very many.
During that stretch in April, DiMartino would hurl 5 straight shutouts, including 2 against Virginia and Virginia Tech.
There's a deep fly into left, and Mader makes the catch as Liberty wins it 4-0 off the complete game from Julia DiMartino.
The sophomore pitcher would toss a school record 48 consecutive scoreless innings.
Here's the 0-2. Outside, swing and a miss. And Liberty beats Virginia Tech in game 1, shutting out the Hokies 6-0.
She would record 51 strikeouts while giving up only 9 walks.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6. Just give me the ball, I'll throw it again. 2-2 inside corner, called strike 3. 5th strikeout. Got her swinging, rise pitch again, and that'll do it. 10 strikeouts for Julia DiMartino.
The impact DiMartino had on the Liberty softball program is crystal clear to head coach Dot Richardson.
Julia DiMartino is a legend for Liberty softball, without a doubt. I always knew, my coaching staff always knew, that Jules is an exceptional pitcher and that she would help to change our program and put it on the map. I'm just so proud of her and how far she has come and the contribution she has made to this program.
Julia DiMartino was an absolute stud for the Lady Flames.
Legend.
What a career she had. Hey, if you enjoyed that story, maybe you want to see more like it, go to our website, libertyflamecentral.com.
And if you want to see more of us and our amazing personalities, you got to check out the Flame Central podcast every Monday. We're out of time. For Matt, I'm Emily. We'll see you right back here next week.
William Byron wins it at Atlanta. Hugs that white line, drifts up and comes to the line.